Objectives help me to understand what it is I'm trying to do, and therefore to pare out useless activities. Because a lot of times when you're planning a lesson, you have a really cute idea, or you found this adorable graphic organizer you want to use, but I try to go back to the objective, and if it's not getting me further to that, then I have to take it out. You have to be willing to break up with adorable things that you would love to teach, but that aren't going to help the students. You have to be willing to let those go. So the objective helps me in doing that. I usually try to write an objective in sort of teachery language first, and that's just for me to understand more precisely what I'm doing. If my students are learning how to read or are more at the beginning of starting to learn English, I will usually, or if they're just in a lower grade, I'll usually rewrite that objective in student-friendly language. And particularly with my newcomers, sometimes that means the objective might not sound terribly academic to someone else coming in. I try to use academic language when it is appropriate and when they can handle it, but I don't need them to learn 7 new words about cognition before they learn, what the different layers of a rainforest are.
When I'm writing objectives, I write them for myself first. I need to know where the lesson is headed, and I also need to know where it connects to what I just taught, what I'm about to teach, and what they're learning in their classroom as well. So I always try to think about what the content is that I'm trying to get across and how I build the language bridge to get to that content. And what I try to do is kind of weave those together in student-friendly language so that I can communicate to the students the purpose of the sometimes seemingly nitty-gritty language tasks that we're doing. Like, why are we working on these preposition words? Well, because, for example, the content or the standard that I want them to master is this asking and answering questions piece that comes back again and again and goes across all the content areas. And so letting them know that we're going to practice asking and answering questions with in, on, and at preposition words gives them a little bit of context to know why we're doing that.
We are going to start with our objective, and usually Daniel's our objective reader, but since he's not here, I'm going to volunteer. All right, Marjorie.
I can write a paragraph to explain the problems and solutions in the text with the support of a graphic organizer and a word bank.
Very nice. So we know about paragraphs. We know they're groups of sentences that are all talking about the same thing. We know that you've been reading a text, Farmer Will Allen and the Growing Table, and there are some problems that he faces, and then he comes up with some solutions. And we're going to start thinking about that, and that's going to be the next paragraph that we write in our journals. So today we're going to do a little bit of planning for that. Okay? All right, so let's look at our objective. We didn't write the paragraph, but are we planning for our paragraph?
Yes.
To explain problems and solutions?
Yes.
Do we have a graphic organizer?
Yes.
We're kind of working on it, yeah. Do we have a word bank?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, we're all finished. Can you guys please close your journals and put your markers back? Thank you for your hard work.